Hey y'all, it's Kate from the Lone Star State of Southern, and today I am so excited to share with you my Southern Belle Blowout. So I don't typically name my hairstyles at all, but this is the style that most of you have been requesting. It's in most of my blog posts and YouTube videos, so I figured I'd just give it a title so you'd know what to refer to it as. And Southern Belle Blowout is kind of cute. It's super quick and easy. You only need a few things for it. The first is a blow dryer. So this is just one I got from Sally Beauty. It's called a GVP Pro. Next, you'll need a straightener. Anyone will do. This one is a Chi that I've had for forever. Most importantly, you'll need a thick-barreled curling iron. So this is a Conair. I want to say it's a 1.5 or 2 inch from Target. Make sure it has a clamp. Next, you'll need a normal brush that has pretty stiff bristles and a big round brush. Then you just need a little clip and a couple bobby pins and you're set to go. The first thing I start out with is blow dried hair. So I'm not going to walk you through the whole process of how I blow dry my hair because one, it would take forever, and two, I can show it to you really easily with dry hair. I really don't have a huge strategy behind it. The one thing I do is section off these first 2 inches of my hair and flip it to the other side. Then, using a round brush, I'll blow dry it up and over, really focusing the blow dryer at the roots of my hair and pointing up. So what this does is gives the front part of my hair a little bit of volume so it doesn't lay completely flat against my forehead. So then when it's all dry, I flip it over and see how it creates a little bit of lift right there. Then I just move on to the rest of my head, and I really don't do this in a specific way. I just take a brush like this, not a paddle brush, one that has ridges and has stiffer bristles, and then I'll just kind of blow it out like this. Like I said, no real rhyme or reason, just angling the hair dryer down and brushing my hair out. So the next step involves a straightener. I use this Chi straightener that I've had for years and years and years, and I will section off my hair right above the ears, bring it back and pull this excess little piece down and clip this right on top of my head, which makes for a really cute hairstyle. But then with my whole head, I'm only going to straighten the first half of my hair. And the reason I do that is because later I'll pull out a curling iron and curl the bottoms. And if I've straightened all the way to the ends, the curl won't hold. So it's really simple. Clamp it, drag it down, and then brush it over. And that sounds confusing, but when you see it happen, it'll make a lot more sense. So now that I've done the first layer, you can see how that process kind of works. I straighten just the top section, brush it through, and then I'll twist it back in the opposite direction and let it hang there. And really what this is going to do is it's going to flatten down all of my frizzy, crazy hair, but still give me enough bounce and volume. And I'll continue doing that with the rest of my head. So once I've straightened the first half of my hair, you'll see that the top looks good and then the bottom is kind of lifeless. If I don't have enough time to curl it, I'll sit and do this for a few minutes, and that will give a really nice wave to the bottom of my hair, but that's typically when I don't have a ton of time or if I want to have a straighter look. So next is the part that people tend to get a little freaked out by and intimidated by, but it is so easy. In fact, I think that curling the end of my hair is the easiest part of the whole process, and I'll show you a really simple way to make it really fast and foolproof. Basically, all I do is section off my hair into 1-inch pieces and curl the bottom. Now before I take out the curling iron, I'll show you how I do that. I'll clamp it with the clamp always on the front, roll it back till about halfway, hold for a few seconds, and let down. And it's really as simple as that. So here's the first section of hair. Like I was saying, I hold the clamp towards the front, clamp it about midway, slide it down, roll it up halfway, hold for a few seconds until the hairpiece gets really hot, and then let down. And while I'm dragging this down, I'm relieving the clamp. So it's kind of a fluid motion, if you will. Same thing with the next one. Clamp to the front, get it on the middle of the piece of hair, slide it down, roll it back, and up to the middle part of your hair. Wait till it gets hot, and slide it down. So now all of my hair is curled except for this front section. And if you don't have a shorter layer right here, then you don't need to worry about this. You can do your hair just like I've done. But since this is shorter, I do it a little bit differently. So I won't use the clamp. I'll hold the clamp down. And I'll wrap the hair around away from my face, starting in the middle just like I've done. Just wrapping it and holding for a few seconds. Still keeping the clamp up. So you'll see that makes a really pretty swoop with just a touch of a curl at the end instead of having a ringlet right here. So now that I've straightened and curled it, I'll let it sit for a few minutes. And after I've done that, I'll just brush it through with my fingers. So that is the gist of it. Sometimes I'll run right out the door. Sometimes I will pin it up, and I know a lot of you have asked how I do this. So I'm so happy to tell you it is so simple and fast. So just take a front section of hair, hold it out to the side of your head, and then with this finger, I just twist it a couple of times and place it right here. So then I'll come over with my hand and hold it right down. Grab one bobby pin, and between my two fingers, push it right up. So then I'll mess with it and I'll loosen it or tug down the bobby pin a little. And once I have it in a place that I like, I'll take the second one and cross over it to secure it. And all that does is it makes this stay so it's not bothering you all day. I don't use any other products or hairspray. I just kind of let it do its thing. So there you have it, my Southern Belle Blowout. I guess you could call it kind of a toned down version of Big Texas hair. But it's really smooth and pretty up top and pretty voluminous with soft curls at the bottom. And it's how I do my hair all the time. So go and try it. Let me know if it works for you and what your favorite tips for hairstyles are. I would love for you to check out my blog, AloneStarStateOfSouthern.com, when you get a moment. And please subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.